Hot Wheels versus Matchbox, built by the same company Mattel, but why do they feel so different? And why do they feel like they've been made for completely different people? Let's find out. This Jaguar is by Matchbox. It's an E-Type, it's a classic, it's been called one of the prettiest cars to be ever made.
I think this, by a long way, is the most beautiful car I've ever seen. It might actually be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
And you can immediately identify it as a Matchbox car by the way in which the dimensions are. It is very reminiscent of the actual car itself, and the tire profiles to the way in which the bumpers are made. There's no exaggeration here, even the paint job. It is a classic British blue with racing stripes on it and nothing else, nothing flamboyant, nothing over the top. Like, say this Hot Wheel. It is a Porsche, it has the racing gene in it and everything, but then I don't think Hot Wheels ever cared about history. They just wanted to make this car look cool. This one belongs in a Need for Speed game, whereas this one belongs in a museum. And there's nothing wrong about either approach. Let's look at this 1950s Buick Century police car that Matchbox made. There's just so much detailing here that I'm baffled. They even left a police hat in the front seat as interior detail, and there's something on the rear parcel shelf as well. I don't think a budget manufacturer other than Matchbox would go to the lengths to put all this detail in. And look at the wheels. It's a classic steel wheel with high profile tires, very reminiscent of how a 90s, 50s police car or cars in general would look. And comparing it against a Hot Wheel, Hot Wheels just went and asked the question of how can we make it look cool? Can the windshield and the windows be red? Can there be a red stripe, the red line on the tires? Can the rear tire be a size or two bigger than the front ones? It looks cool. It would make the inner 10-year-old go, that's awesome, I need it in my collection. And I do. I have it in my collection. I love it. And I wouldn't part with it. But then this is definitely not an accurate representation, whereas something like this would be an accurate representation. That's what sets them apart. Let's go back to the battle of the GTs. This is a Matchbox Ford GT Le Mans edition, the multiple Le Mans winning legend. And this is a Ford GT from Hot Wheels, obviously from slightly different eras. This is the Le Mans edition with the Sugar Daddy logo on top. They faithfully recreated this as much as they can, while Hot Wheels felt, hey, let's throw a big wing at the back. Anyone who knows a bit of motorsport would definitely say, hey, that thing is not aiding aerodynamics, it's hampering aerodynamics. So this isn't a car that's going to be winning Le Mans or any races for that matter, but hey, it looks super cool in my collection. I would totally keep this as front and center of my collection any day. Look at how beautiful this is. The same thing carries over even to cars of this era. This is a Ford Bronco the new one, or the classic Bronco from Matchbox, and this is a Chevy Silverado EV RST. And if you look at these two, you would immediately know the difference, starting with the tires. No one in their right mind would even attempt driving on actual roads in wheels this big. There's literally no profile. This is not slim profile, this is no profile tires. But hey, for a vehicle of this size, Hot Wheels felt this is the right thing to do, and it absolutely is. I love it. But then this is as accurate as a Bronco can get. If you're a Bronco lover like me, this is exactly what you should have. It is so faithfully recreated that it feels like actually owning a Bronco. It's the same DNA, but completely different attitudes here. This one is a bit more sober. This one's obviously a bit more flamboyant with the surfboard slotted right in. So which one's for you? The Hot Wheels or the Matchbox? The Hot Wheels or the Matchbox? The Hot Wheels or the Matchbox? There's no one answer fits all. All of these are amazing cars, and thank you Mattel for doing what you do, and thank you for also acquiring Matchbox and not completely ruining it. Of course, the older Matchboxes have a lot more details compared to the new ones, but then hey, I'm not complaining. I get the flamboyance from Mattel through the Hot Wheels, and then every now and then, if I have to get a classic, you can always count on Matchbox to deliver. So yeah, like and subscribe if you like the comparison that I made.